Welcome to this edition of Mental Health Moments. We hope the mental health news and information shared here will empower you and your family to get on or stay on a journey towards wellness, mind, body, spirit, and soul. I'm Dr. Beverly Sargent, Director of the District Heights Family and Youth Services Bureau. The Youth Services Bureau, or YSB, provides mental behavioral health counseling to children, youth, and families. This month's edition is about mindfulness. Stay tuned. The broadcast ends with a special yoga class at Spiritual Essence Yoga in Upper Marlboro. But first, a little news. The YSB is hosting nutrition, budgeting, and gardening workshops as a part of its Healthy Heights Nuts and Cuts program. You and your family can join any or all of these workshops at no cost. We have one, sometimes two courses on the fourth Saturday of every month. Call to register at 301-336-7600. If you can't make it to us, maybe we can bring a class to you. Call for more information. Our new pilot program, providing counseling to adults, is in full swing. Adult counseling hours are from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're trained to help children and adults through grief, anger, anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress, and much, much more. Call to make your appointment. Would you like to be in a parade? Maybe you own a business. You're an outreach manager, the church pastor, or a teenager who needs community service hours. Call the YSB. We need your help. This year's Family Health Fair with Men in Mind is June 1st, the same day as the District Heights Community Day. Come on out and join the festivities. You can also join the planning committee. We meet on the fourth Thursday of every month at noon, and it includes lunch. Call 301-336-7600 to have your name added to the list as a planner, a vendor, or a parade participant. Finally, just one truth about secondhand smoke. Secondhand smoke is what smokers breathe out. It's also the smoke that comes from a burning cigarette, cigar, or pipe. When a non-smoker inhales secondhand smoke, it's called passive smoking. Breathing secondhand smoke can cause disease and even death in people who don't smoke. Secondhand smoke contains at least 69 cancer-causing chemicals. Working together, we can reduce everybody's risk from secondhand smoke. This information is brought to you through a grant from the Maryland Center at Bowie State University. Every month and throughout the month, we hope to share just one truth that we hope will help you stop smoking or never start this unhealthy habit. If you or someone you know is finding coping with daily activities challenging, don't suffer alone. If you're in crisis, call the Maryland Crisis Line at 1-800-422-0009. The suicide hotline is 301-864-7130, or the general support line 211. You don't have to be alone. You don't have to be sad. There is help every day, all day, and all night. Remember, your mental health and your children's mental health matters. The District Heights Family and Youth Services Bureau is your YSB, and our sole purpose is to serve you. Now, back to March Madness. March Mindfulness. YSB clinicians encourage everyone to become more mindful this month. It's more fun and more beneficial than any madness. There are many benefits to practicing mindfulness: increasing one's ability to focus and minimize distractions, increasing test scores, lowering blood pressure, decreasing stress and one's ability to handle stressful situations, and improving skills like athletics, exercise, dancing, just to name a few. Mindful activities including deep breathing, meditation, prayer, yoga, Pilates, and Tai Chi.
If your mind
Please enjoy or participate along with the upcoming segment, Yoga with Spiritual Essence Yoga. Thanks for listening.
And as you breathe out, say to yourself, out, I'm breathing out. Keep breathing, and now slowly circle the head around. Gently reverse directions. And then slowly bring the head back to the center. Next inhalation, draw your shoulders up by your ears. Exhale, squeeze the blades behind your back and draw the shoulders down. Inhale, lift the shoulders. Exhale, draw them in behind your back and then down. A few more. And then reverse directions. Inhale, drawing them up the back. Exhale, rounding forward. Now transitioning onto your hands and knees. You can grab a blanket to kneel on if that's better for your knees. Bringing your knees about hip joint distance apart and looking at your hands, the wrists are right beneath the shoulders. Flat back, tuck your tailbone and draw the shoulder blades down the back. And just gazing slightly forward with your eyes. As you inhale, drop your belly button down towards the mat, lift your hips, your head, and your heart. As you exhale, round your spine, drop your head down, lift your back towards the ceiling, and press your hands into the mat. Inhale, arching the spine. Exhale, rounding. A few more just like this. And on your next inhalation, come back to a flat back. Optional to transition into downward facing dog. Remember, this is your practice, your body guides it. So testing and seeing if down dog is right for you this evening. Walk your hands forward one step. Curl your toes under and lift your knees away from the mat. As the knees come up, begin to shift the hips back and straighten the legs. And then drop the head down between the arms. Bring your awareness to your hands. Spread the fingers and root down through your palms and the backs of your knuckles. I'm going to take 3 deep breaths here. And with each exhalation, press your heels down towards the mat, even if they don't touch. So in this pose, we want the legs to do some of the work. So you press your hands into the mat and shift back. And you can soften your knees. So if you feel like the hamstrings may be a little resistant, just soften the knees a little and press back. Relaxing your face, maybe into a smile. Now, bending the knees, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, walk your feet to your hands and stay in a forward folded position. Just tuning into what the backs of the legs feel like. If there's a little resistance, just soften the knees. I'm going to grab the crooks of the elbows and drop your head between your arms. Swing your arms forward so that your ears are right in between the arms and the top of your head is pointing down. Pull on your elbows to draw the arms down towards the mat and shift your energy forward slightly, spreading your toes. This is a great pose to waken up the legs. So in the morning, if you find that you have a It's a little bit challenging to get up and going. You can slowly transition out of the bed and into this forward fold. So balance is very important in life. A lot of us are get up and go, myself included. So we're going to do a balancing pose or balancing asana that is really one of the foundational balancing poses in yoga. It's called tree pose or vrikshasana. So the first thing we need to do is step the feet slightly apart, and you want to spread your toes. Shift left and right, forward and back, and then come to the center. So if you can envision your feet as suction cups, you want to press the soles of the feet into the mat. Shift your energy onto your left leg. You need to bring the right heel to the inner ankle and turn the toes away from you. So a tree doesn't grow into oak overnight. So we start here with our little acorn, right? This may be your pose for the day. If it is, stay here, be fine with it, and breathe. The next step, we slide the heel to the calf, but don't press into the knee. You know I require smiles in my class, so keep smiling. Just one more breath. Release the hands, come forward. Hands frame that left foot. I'm going to change legs. So the left knee goes back, and the right foot comes up. Hands come to the hips as you inhale. And as you exhale, let the hips float forward. If you'd like to add that shoulder stretch again, you're going to take the arms back, but interlace your fingers in the opposite way. So it's going to feel a little odd, but we're trying to use both sides of the brain.
We're here today in Upper Marlboro at Spiritual Essence Yoga, and we're sitting with Dana Smith, who's the owner of Spiritual Essence Yoga, and also some of her class members and staff. Thank you all so much for being here with us today.
Thank you.
And as you know, all over the country in March, it's March Madness. And so what we're doing is recognizing mindfulness in March, calling it March Mindfulness, to encourage people to be more mindful. And when I think of mindfulness, one of the major activities that I think of is yoga. And so again, thank you for hosting us and being a part of our show this month.
Yes, thank you for having me.
What I wanted to do, well, before I ask any questions from the class, is let's talk about Spiritual Essence itself. What led you to yoga, and what led you to opening your own business?
Well, I was really stressed at the time that yoga came into my life, and I was expecting my first child. And a coworker told me that yoga was so life-changing, and she looked nothing like me. She was younger, taller, thinner, and I really started the practice to prove her wrong. She said that it helped with anxiety and stress, and those were two things I was dealing with a lot being pregnant, and it was starting to affect my health. So I started the practice. I did what I could at that time, and it really helped me after I had my daughter to really recover and deal with some of the different emotions and energy as a result of having a child.
Wow, wow. I'm glad you brought that out, because I'm sure there are a lot of people who feel like if you're pregnant, you shouldn't do yoga.
Oh no, I have 3 beautiful children, and I did yoga with each pregnancy, and it really helped me to manage the physical changes, and there are also emotional and energetic changes that happen, so it was part of my prenatal and postnatal.
Okay, awesome. Now I have to address one other issue that I've run into, and that's the spiritual part of yoga. There are a lot of people who feel like they can't do yoga because it's against their religion. What do you say to those people?
Being spiritual is not being religious. Spiritual is who you are. Religion is what you choose to do and how you choose to practice your spirituality. Yoga helps you be a better you. Yoga helps you to strengthen all of the relationships with yourself, with the divine, and it doesn't say you have to worship this way. There are some cultures that really use yoga in addition to their faith walk, but yoga in itself, it's a system to reconnect mind, body, and spirit. And I always say, if you want to have deeper relationships with people, with the divine, then yoga is a great tool to make sure that you're clear.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree completely. Now, ladies, I watched your class. I didn't participate, but I watched. But I feel just as peaceful as if I had been a part of the class. So there are benefits that I can't even put words to for participating. But tell me, what is it that drew you to yoga? And I'll start with you, Diane.
What drew me was a need for balance, and I want a yoga body. So that's my goal, to be flexible. You know, you see it, I'm like, I want that. Mm-hmm. In addition to, it's the greatest expression of self-love that one can give to themselves. Oh, wow. You come and you leave it all on the mat. You leave it all on the mat, and words can't even tell you how good a feeling it is for yourself.
Right.
Like, it's the best thing you could do for yourself.
Okay, awesome.
And get a yoga body.
And every body is a yoga body.
You already got one in my head.
Okay. Althea, what drew you?
Well, the same as Dana. Anxiety and stress was a main factor of why I chose yoga. And when I found myself doing yoga, I find that I'm more at peace. My mind isn't racing or running haywire. I feel, I just feel happy with being with just myself.
Okay, awesome. Jessica?
Yeah, I think I started yoga because I associated it with wellness. Mm-hmm. And at that time, I had just had my third child, and I just wanted more me time. And it kind of spiraled into this bigger thing where I was receiving emotional benefits from it, definitely helping with managing anxiety and stress. And it's healing. I think that the breathing and the things that you can do on the mat that you can apply into your real life, it's so wonderful. And it's therapy, but it's on a mat. And so it's amazing.
All right, so how do you all suggest, or what do you suggest for someone who wants to start a yoga practice or a mindfulness practice, but they're not quite sure if coming to an hour-long class is going to work for them?
Well, we have classes that are like 45 minutes long, and it's really not the duration with someone that's just learning their body and learning their body with yoga, it's the pacing. So at Spiritual Essence, we offer different paces of classes. So we offer a gentle flow. We offer a practice that you do the whole thing on the mat. You don't get up once and you have props. So what I would suggest for someone that's a beginner, you want more time with your body. Because I think as society, we rush way too much.
Right.
So you want some time, but it's looking at the class descriptions and making sure that your starting point is right for your body, because the body dictates the practice. You know, some people get discouraged because they take classes that are a little bit too challenging. So I would say start, even though you might have taken yoga a while ago and it didn't connect, try again, because there is a practice for everyone. So less on time and more on with the paces. And if you're just starting out, you need a slower pace. Okay.
And where can people go if they want to learn more about Spiritual Essence?
So we've got a great website, www.spiritualessenceyoga.com, and we're also on Facebook, Spiritual Essence Yoga, and Instagram, SE_yoga.
Okay. And then I have one more question for everybody. If there's one message that you'd like to share with a new person or someone who has anxiety or who's dealing with overwhelming stress, what is that one message?
I think the one message would be try yoga, because I think it will really help. I think that everything that every problem that you think you may have right now can be solved, and just having that sense of hope is a beginning of a journey that can take you somewhere more beautiful than where you are right now.
Okay, thank you.
Be committed. Be committed to loving yourself by doing yoga.
Okay, great. Thank you.
I would say just get started. Just start. Wherever you start, even if you just start with meditation. We have classes that are just meditation. So even just come and just start by just being still. If you're not even ready to move your body yet, just come and just start. Just come, just start.
Okay.
Just start.
Awesome. Awesome. Dana.
And my message is really simple. Be kind to yourself. We bully ourselves sometimes. We set unrealistic goals and standards. Just be kind. Showing up is half the battle. So show up, be kind.
Enough said. Thank you all again. Thank you so much. And we're looking forward to seeing you and your staff at our health fair
Yes.
too, June 1st.
Yes.
So again, for everybody out there, we thank you for tuning in to Mental Health Moments. We're recognizing mindfulness, so encouraging everybody to find a mindfulness activity this month. And like everybody said here, just get started. Be kind to yourself, love yourself, just do it. Thank you.